Shabbat Shalom. I want to thank you for tuning in to our Shabbat service here at Congregation Beth Israel in Houston, Texas. Our tradition teaches that our souls are nourished and enriched when we celebrate Shabbat. So I hope you take the opportunity over the next hour to pray and sing with us. Wherever you are, whether across town or across the world, I wish for you a Shabbat of joy, love, and rest. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to welcome everyone to Congregation Beth Israel as you find your seats on this beautiful morning for all of us to be here, as we take a break from our mundane daily rituals of our lives and celebrate this day of rest, God's presence in our lives, and of course, Sophie and Bree as they are called to Torah for the first time and lead us in prayer. We welcome all of their family and friends, and we invite everyone to join in and pray and sing throughout the service with us. We'll take the opportunity to grab our prayer books in front of us and join in and feel free to participate throughout. One final bit of information: to please silence your cell phones as we help to create the spiritual atmosphere worthy of God's presence as we honor Sophie and Bree's work and leadership in our community. This time I'd like to invite cantor trumpeter to introduce our opening song.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We continue now with the singing of Ma Tovu on page 74. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. V'ani v'rov v'chastecha, avoy v'itecha, eshtachavi el hichal kodshecha, v'yiratecha. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov,
We continue on page 77.
Don't let me fall, as a stone falls upon the hard ground. And don't let my hands become dry, as the twigs of a tree, when the wind beats down the last leaves. And when the storm raises dust from the earth with anger and howling, don't let me become the last fly, trembling, terrified on a window pane. Don't let me fall. I have asked for so much, but as a blade of your grass in a distant wild field, let's drop a seed in the lap of the earth and dies away. Sow me in your living breath as you sow a seed in the earth. Please turn to page 108 and rise for Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 110. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Yotzer or uverei hoshech, osei shalom uverei et hakol, hama'ir la'aretz v'lad arim aleha barachamim, uvtuvo machadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita mal'a ha'aretz kinyanecha. Tiparach Adonai Eloheinu, al shavach ma'aseh yadecha, va'al me'orei or sha'asita yafa'arucha selah. Or Kadash al Tzion Ta'ir, v'nizkeh hulam meheram le'oro. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMa'orot. We continue on page 113. Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or woman may choose a radical leaving, having heard Lech Lecha, go forth. God disturbs us toward our destiny by hard events, and by freedom's now urgent voice, which explode and confirm who we are. We don't like leaving, but God loves becoming. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael ba'ahava. Page 114.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Page 116. Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha beveitecha uvelechtecha vaderech uveshochbecha uvekumecha ukashartam leod al yadecha vehayu letotafot beineinecha uchetavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai ve'item kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. We read together in the middle of the page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please turn to page 121. We read responsively. The eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exult in your justice.
Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation, nor learn war anymore.
You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart.
The stranger that sojourns with you shall be accepted as your equal, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God.
We know that the Eternal One defends the poor and upholds the rights of the needy.
Praise to God Most High.
Blessed is God and deserving of blessing. Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati lo tosefele, norati lo tosefele, shirachad shashi b'choge olim, leshimcha sefat hayam, yachad kulam hodu, v'him lichu v'yameru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Tzor Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedeichenu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go'alenu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Yidosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel, and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tzvaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We continue now with our tefillah on pages 124, 126, and 128. Please rise. Adonai sefai tifta ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Koneh Hakol, V'Zoher Ashtei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shmo Be'ahava, Melech Azer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah, Rav L'Choshia, L'Chakel Chayim Behesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim ramim, somech noflim verofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekaye emunato lishenei afar, mihamo haba gevurot, umido melach, melech memi umechaye umatzmiat Yeshua ne'emana talach hachayot hakol baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol. We read together in the middle of page 128. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up, and faithfully giving life to all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Page 130.
נקדש שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו, אדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד יודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Page 132.
ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישמחו ויתענגו מטובך השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. והר שבי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת,
Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it, as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. We continue reading together on page 135. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Page 137. On this Shabbat, may we draw near to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw near in life, in peace, and in joy. Page 138. Modim anachnu lach, shatahu Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu l'olam va'ed. Tzor hayenu magen yishenu atahu lador vador. Nodel lecha unsapir tehilatecha al hayenu hamsurim b'yadea al nishmotenu hakudel lach ve'al nisecha shebachol yom imanu ve'al niflotecha v'tovotecha shebachol 8 erev v'gritorayim. We read together in the middle of the page. We acknowledge with thanks that you are our Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Page 140. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing, grace, kindness, and mercy to us and to all your people, Israel. Bless us, our Creator, all of us together through the light of your presence. Truly, through the light of your presence, Adonai, our God. You gave us a Torah of life, the love of kindness, justice, and blessing, mercy, life, and peace. May you see fit to bless your people, Israel, at all times, at every hour, with your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people, Israel, with peace.
Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. V'rachamim, sim shalom. Tova uvracha, sim shalom, tova uvracha.
We pray silently.
be acceptable to you, be acceptable to you. Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Adonai, my rock and redeemer.
In our prayer book, we turn now to page 244 as we prepare for the reading of Torah. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai ve'ein kama'asecha malchutcha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor vador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'ashalom. There is none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace. It's a privilege now to call to the Bima to open the doors of the Holy Ark with us. Melissa Stewart and Scott Bostic, please come forward. As well, to stand by the Torah reading table to help us to undress the Torah, Susan and Philip Battlestein. Please come forward. And as we turn to page 248, we rise.
Av harachamim, heitiv avirzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivechal levad batachnu, melech el-ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Havogod el Eloheinu unuchavo la Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael bikdushato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad, echad Eloheinu, gadol Adonenu, kadosh Shemo, gadlul Adonai iti, uneromema Shemo yachdav, lecha Adonai agedula v'agevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod, ki chol bashamayim uvaretz, ki chol bashamayim uvaretz, v'cha Adonai hamlacha v'amid naseh lechol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al
Our Torah reading this morning comes from the book of Exodus, chapter 27, beginning in verse 20, in the portion called Titzaveh. It's a great pleasure to invite to the Torah to recite the blessings as we give thanks to God for its gifts. Barry Battlestein, Linda Battlestein, Nancy, and Stephen Bostic.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamavarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bahar Banu Ha'amin V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Amen. Ve'ata tetzaveh et bnei Yisrael veichu elecha shemen zayit katit lamaor laha'alot ner tamid ba'ohel moed michutz laparochet asher al ha'edud ya'aroch oto aharon uvanav me'erev ad boker lifnei Adonai chukat olam ledorotam me'et bnei Yisrael ve'ata hakrev elecha et Aharon achicha ve'panav ito mitoch bnei Yisrael chachanoli Aharon Nadav Avihu Elazar v'itamar bnei Aharon V'asita vigdei kodesh laharon achicha lechavod ulatifaret Ve'ata teraber el kol hakmei lev asher miletiv ruach chochma ve'asu et bigdei Aharon lekadasho lechachanoli ve'ele habegadim asher ya'asu choshen ve'efod ume'il uchetonet tashbeitz mitznefed vavne Ve'asu vigdei kodesh laharon achicha ulevanav lachachanoli ve'hem yichu et hazahav ve'et hatechelet ve'et ha'argaman ve'tolad hashani ve'et ha'sheish.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai HaTorah.
Amen.
Ve'asu.
Tamod, 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 Sophie, habat mitzvah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai hamavarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ve'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ve'asu et ha'efod zahav techelet ba'argaman tolad Tolat Shani Vishesh Mozar Masei Cheshev Shetei Chatefod Chovrod Yelo El Shnei Ketzotav Vechubar V'cheshev Afudato Asher Alav Kama Asehu Mimenu Yeh Zav Techei Let V'argaman V'tolat Shani V'shesh Mozar V'lakakta Et Shetei Abnei Shoham Ufitakta Alehem Shemot B'nei Yisrael Shisha Mishmotam Al Ha'evan Ha'echad Ve'et Shemot Hashisha Hanotarim Al Ha'evan Hashenit Ketoledotam Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet V'chaye olam nata betochenu Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Our Torah reading continues in Exodus chapter 28, verse 11, and it's a privilege to invite the Torah now to recite the blessings as once more we give thanks to God for its gifts. Lauren and Benjamin Hendon, Alex Hendon, Vicky Hendon, Barbara and Richard Toronto.
Amen. Ma'aseh harash evan pituhe hotam tefatach et shetei ha'avanim hashemot b'nei Yisrael musabot mishmetzot zahav ta'aseh otam V'samta et shetei ha'avanim. Oh, ki tefot ha'efod avnei zikaron livnei Yisrael v'nasa aharon et shmotam livnei Adonai ha'shetei ha'tefah l'zikaron v'asita mishmetzot zahav Ushtei shesherot zahav tahor migbalot ta'aseh otam ma'aseh avot v'natata et shesherot ha'avotot ahamishbetzot v'asita hoshen mishpat Ma'aseh Hoshev, Kma'aseh Efo, Ta'asenu Zahav, Techelet Ve'argamon, V'tolat Shani, V'shesh Mosar, Ta'aseh Oto, Ravu Ayu, Kafur, Zeret Orko, V'zeret Rochbo.
Amen. Ta'amod, 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 Bria Gavriel, Habat Mitzvah.
Baruch Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Umile tafo milu ad evan, arba'at turim aven tur odem pitadach uvareket hatur ha'ehad v'chatur ha'sheni nofach sapir v'yachalom v'chatur ha'shlishi l'shem shava v'achlama v'chatur harvi'i tarshish v'sham v'yeshifei mishubatim zachav yiyu v'milutam ha'avanim tiyena Ashemo b'nei Yisrael shetem esrei Ashmotam pituhei hotam Ish Ashemo tiyena lishnei asar shavet Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'toheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. It's a joy to invite Jonathan Hendon, Jason Toronto, and Tony Toronto to assist us in dressing the Torah. Please come forward.
This week's Torah portion comes from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 43, verses 10 and 11. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nevim tovim v'ratzah b'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai havoher b'torah Moshe Abdo, V'Yisrael Amo, U'V'Nevi'ei Ha'emet V'Tzedek. Ata V'Nadam Hageit Et Beit Yisrael Et Habayit V'Yikalmu Avonotehem U'Madadu Et Tochnit Ve'im Nichlemu Mikol Asher Asu Tzurat Habayit Jehunato Mova'ah V'Chotzurotav Ve'et Hukotav V'Chotzurotav V'Chotorotav Hoda'otam Uchtov Le'enehem V'Yishmeru Et Kotzurato Ve'Hukatav Ve'asu Otam. We continue with verse 13. Ve'ele midod hamizbeach ba'amo ama v'tofach ve'chech ha'ama ve'amarochav ugvula el sifata saviv zeret ha'echad ve'zeh gav hamizbeach umechek haaretz ad ha'azara taktona shetayim amod v'rochav ama echad umeha'azara haktana ad ha'azara hagdola arba amod v'rochav ha'ama. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Zur kol ha'olamim Sadik b'chol ha'orod Ha'el ha'ne'eman B'ha'omer ve'osei Ha'meraber u'mekayem Shekol devarav emet v'tzedek Ad ha'torah v'al ha'avodah V'al ha'nevi'im v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu L'kedusha v'limenucha L'chavod u'l'tifaret Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim lach U'mevarachim otach Yiparach shimcha B'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh ha'shabbat. Amen. My Torah portion is Tetzaveh, which is found in Exodus. It focuses on the Ner Tamid, which is known as the everlasting light. The Ner Tamid can be found in every Jewish synagogue hanging directly above the Torah. For us, the Ner Tamid hangs here. The everlasting light of the Ner Tamid is a representation of our everlasting bond with God. It represents our connection to each other as Jews, our connection to one another as a community, and our connection with God. Here's my interpretation of why. In Exodus, God told Moses that keeping the Ner Tamid lit at all times is a commandment to the Jewish people for all time. God told Moses to instruct the Israelites to provide him with clear oil from beaten olives to be used to keep the Ner Tamid lit at all times. So the people were commanded by God to put in the effort to create the oil, and Aaron and his sons, who were the priests, were commanded to maintain the light of the Ner Tamid. We all had obligations to one another and to God in order to maintain the connection of the light as the symbol of our connection, not just to one another, but also with God. Over the years, rabbis have interpreted the symbolism of the Ner Tamid in different ways. One interpretation is that olives, they represent the Jewish people. Jeremiah 11:16 says that God calls the Jewish people verdant olive trees, fair with choice fruit. The funny thing is that olives shrivel while they're still on the tree, making it difficult to harvest their oil. They need to be picked, crushed, ground, beaten, and pressed in order for them to yield oil. Rabbis have compared this to how we, as Jews, have suffered over time, such as when we were slaves in Egypt, when we wandered in the desert for 40 years, and during the Holocaust. The rabbis say that despite this suffering, we survived, and we will continue to survive like the Ner Tamid continues to burn. I also think of this comparison of the olive trees to us as a representation of how our relationships with one another can take time to develop and bear fruit. The time that we spend creating our community is similar to the time spent crushing olives and the process of creating oil. A second interpretation that some rabbis focus on is the symbolism of the light from the Ner Tamid, stating it is God's light to show us the path to a life of mitzvot, of caring for one another and bringing light to one another's lives. The comparison is that in a room of darkness, we bump into things that we would easily see in the light, and we stumble and we fall. We can't guide our own footsteps or the footsteps of others without light. The Ner Tamid is a symbol of the light that God has given us with the Torah to guide our footsteps. A third interpretation that rabbis have of the Ner Tamid is that we, as Jewish people, are responsible for reminding others of God's light and bringing that light to others while remembering it ourselves. As the prophet Isaiah said, God has chosen Israel to be a light to all the other nations. And Proverbs 6:23 says, the mitzvah is a lamp, the teaching is a light. The point is that good deeds brighten the world, and they serve God. The Ner Tamid is a symbol of how we become more connected to God when we serve God by performing mitzvot. My grandmother dedicated a lot of time to 7 acres and used to say, don't forget, when I'm gone, to take care of the people who live there because they're still part of our community. My mitzvah project involved helping out at 7 acres, dedicated to my grandmother. I sang with them at sing-alongs, helped guide people in wheelchairs around the building, and helped with the Hanukkah celebration by making special cards, lighting the menorah, praying with them, and spending time visiting with the people who live there. I made a special friend named Miriam who lives there. I also realized that a lot of other people in our community give their time to 7 acres to create activities to bring happiness to the other residents there. They make decorations and play instruments and volunteer their time. I learned that when we sing, they sing along with us. When we clap, they sing along and we all dance. When we light candles and pray, we pray together. When we say hello and visit, we can make friends. I tried to give light and love when I visited, and I received the same in return, which is a symbol of the light we give to each other when we perform mitzvot, and the light of the Ner Tamid that connects us all to God. On this special day, I thank God for the people who were so supportive to me as I studied and prepared for today. Thank you for the blessing of Rabbi Lyon, Rabbi Scott, Rabbi Foster, Kenner Trumpeter, and Debbie Uzick, my wonderful Hebrew tutor, who all gave their time to help me prepare for today. Thank you, God, for the blessing of my parents, who encouraged me and supported me in this journey over the last year. They made sure that I didn't miss my Hebrew tutorials, rehearsals with clergy, or my deadlines, and then made sure that I didn't stress out on top of that. And to my little sister, Ella, thank you for being quiet when I was practicing, most of the time. To Mr. and Mrs. Hendon and Bree, thank you for your support and encouragement as we went through the process of preparing for this weekend. I'm grateful for your time, kindness, and friendship. Grandma and Grandpa, thank you for flying in all the way from Jerusalem to be here this weekend. And thank you, Aunt Melissa, Gigi and Papa, Aunt Kim, and Uncle Scott for all being here today and for coming here for my bat mitzvah. When I started this process, I had no idea that all of these people would be so willing to share it with me like this. And I'm so grateful that you all did. You being here has made this weekend so special for me and our whole family, and it symbolizes what the Ner Tamid stands for, that we remember the importance of Lador Vador, teaching the importance of Torah and kindness from generation to generation. Shabbat Shalom.
My Torah portion is Tetzaveh from the book of Exodus. It discusses God's instructions to Israelite high priests on how they should dress when they are leading prayers. The instructions are very, very specific and contain a lot of detail about the fabrics, colors, embroidery, and stones that should adorn the garments. 12 precious and semi-precious stones are assigned in a particular order and arranged in 4 rows with the names of each of the 12 sons or tribes of Israel engraved on the stones. This section is all about clothing that the priest is supposed to wear, and it is all very decorative and beautiful. This is not intended as a fashion statement. It is a description of a uniform to be worn by the high priest when leading the people of Israel in prayer. Uniforms help to identify a person's role in the community and the job they are supposed to perform. In a sense, almost everyone wears the uniform during some part of their regular lives. Not everyone wears an official uniform, but all of us recognize the signals that are given when we see someone in certain clothing. What someone is wearing tells us about their rights or powers and their responsibilities. Some people in uniforms that we see routinely include police, firefighters, nurses, doctors, rabbis, chefs, and athletes. The uniform speaks to both the people wearing the clothing and to others who see them in it. We dress nicely when we come to services at temple as a sign of respect and a reminder to ourselves and others about why we are here. Jewish tradition teaches us about the history of the Jewish people and the reasons for our holidays. It teaches us our values and our way of life. Rabbi Joseph H. Hertz agrees that the heavy weight of all his priestly garments was a constant signal to Aaron that his duties and how he carried them out were a matter of great importance to God and to the people. The theme of my Torah portion is fashion. Of course, I would get something related to fashion. Out of all the topics and themes in the Torah, I just happened to get one that I can relate to in every possible way. Manners go along with fashion. Good manners are also fashion. It is good manners to dress appropriately. Fashion and the clothing you wear to specific places are important and can remind you how you're supposed to behave, and may also show the manners and respect you have and show to other people. When I was 3 years old, I surprised my mother and brother when I burped really loudly in the car. Trying not to laugh, my mom told me to say, "Excuse me." I refused. My mom then explained, "Bree, it is not good manners to burp and not say excuse me." I heard her, but said, "Then I guess I won't be invited to have tea with the Queen of England." Even at that age, I understood that different behavior is expected in different places. We wore school uniforms to remind us when we were being students at the school and representing the school. Having the tea with the Queen became a family joke, but the reminder was that in certain times and places, we dress and behave in a more respectful manner. Good manners and stylish fashion have always been important to me. My mitzvah project was making Shabbat boxes for people in the hospital. I realized while I was working on the boxes that I was creating unique designs with each and every one. Not a single side of any of the boxes was the same. When I found out that someone's son sent an email with pictures of his father, smiling, pointing at the box I made, thanking me for the items I sent, especially the word search inside that I created, I was really happy. The words and picture told me that I made a difference. As I grow, I plan to continue making a difference in the world. At this time, I offer a prayer to God. My prayer to God is to protect my family and friends. Please, God, take care of them, the ones that are here with me today and the ones that are not, the ones that are alive and the ones that are not. Lastly, I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you, Deb, for tutoring me. I know I made a lot of mistakes and we ended up laughing almost every lesson. Thank you, Rabbi Lyon, Rabbi Scott, Rabbi Foster, and Cantor Trumpeter for helping me prepare for today. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for everything. You are always there for me, and I appreciate it. I love you both so very much. Thank you both for loving me so much. Alex, thank you for being an amazing, caring, loving big brother. You are the best. Olga, gracias por todo. Te amo mucho. Nana, I love doing puzzles and games with you. It is always amusing and enjoyable, even if we give up after 3 minutes. Thank you for being an amazing grandmother. Papa, I love doing mini golf with you and getting your big hugs. We always have fun no matter what. Thank you for being a wonderful grandfather. Grandma, I love baking and gardening with you. It is a pleasure planting, picking, and exploring in your yard. Thank you for being an awesome grandma. Thank you to my aunts and uncles, cousins, and friends that traveled to be here with us today. You all mean so much to me, and I love you. Sophie, I want to say thank you to you for being a terrific friend. I am so happy we are Bat Mitzvah partners. I want to say one last thank you to everyone for being here today to share this special day with me and my family, and my best friend and her family. So thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Sophie and Bree, we're all so proud of you, and as you look at the congregation now, their smiles say so much about their affection for you and how proud they are of each of you. Now you can turn and face me. I really enjoyed this morning, as I do each week, but especially this week, to listen and to be guided and led by each of you. Sophie, there's no question that your strength comes from a very natural place. You stood on the bima and led the prayers with confidence and real intention. We call that a kavanah, a sense of the soul that directs those prayers exactly where they need to be. And we felt it. But I want to share with you that not only is that strength something that's so clear about you, it really comes from a very natural place. You reference your great-grandmother, Virginia. And she was a great leader in our community, a pillar in our community, at 7 Acres and in many other places. And as I remember her, she could take her place on a stage, on a bima, anywhere, and share her opinion, her ideas, and bring all kinds of people around her. And the light that you spoke of in your Torah portion and in your speech, the Torah aura, is a light that continues to shine from her memory, from her blessing, not only through your grandparents and your parents, but obviously through you, because it's here. And you held just now the little pendant on your chain with a V for Virginia. Sophie, she'd be so proud of you today, as we all are. My hope for you is that even as you remember and recall her memory today, that light will continue to shine through you and continue to illuminate your way as you go forward, but also bring other people into the light that you shine and share with others. Because your strength and your conviction is something that surely cannot be contained only in this place and at this time. It's going to follow you and guide others many, many times over. So thank you for your leadership today. Thank you for honoring the reputation of your family and your commitment to our Judaism, found in Torah, but lived through you and your deeds. Mazel tov to you, Sophie. And Bree, I loved what you did today as I've come to know your family through many experiences, including your brother's bar mitzvah. Your family is committed to justice, to compassion, to doing the right thing at the right time. And just as you did today, you shared with us how you've come to understand that in the right place at the right time, there are certain things expected of you. It's reflected in what you wear. It's, of course, reflected in what you do. And today, Bree, you did it all right. Not only were you dressed for the part and participated as you prepared to do, but from inside you, you also found your voice, and you demonstrated to us that in this sacred place, we do sacred things. But beyond this place, now we know that as you have made Torah your very own, that however you are dressed for school or sports or other activities, you're going to bring what's inside of you and do the right thing too. That's justice. That's caring and dedicating yourself to that time and place, just as your family has taught you to do. So, Bree, we're very proud of you and grateful for the lesson that you have shared with us. We have every confidence that as you continue to grow, that your goodness will be a part of all the places you go to. Mazel tov. So girls, I have for you some gifts that I'm going to take from under here to share with you, some tokens of our appreciation from the congregation. And I truly mean it that you have earned them today. These are Kiddush cups that you'll take home and use on Shabbat or holidays and sacred occasions to raise and sanctify those special moments. And these are your certificates of Bar Mitzvah. They say you really did it. You were called to the Torah, and you read from this marvelous portion called Titzaveh about light and dress and deeds and sacred times and places. And these are gift certificates for $250 each. You can redeem these on a trip to Israel through the Reformed Jewish movement. You can go to visit your grandparents. You can go to find out everything that Israel holds, not just history and archaeology and lots of politics, but also innovation, technology, and really the spirit of the Jewish people. And when you come home, we'd like you to come back to Congregation Beth Israel, invest yourself in the Jewish community here, and be part of the building blocks of everything that we've come to cherish about this congregation, this community, and our people. We're counting on you. So Mazel Tov. And now I'd like to invite Rabbi Scott, Rabbi Foster, cantor trumpeter, to join us here so that we can extend a special blessing to you. To turn and face the Holy Ark. It's our pleasure to extend to you the blessing of old, that it may go well with you now and for many years to come.
May God bless you and protect you.
May God's light shine upon you both and be gracious to you.
May God grant you all that you wish for yourselves, all that your families and friends wish for you too. May it be long life, mitzvah, and the greatest blessing of all, a lifetime of peace.
Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov, girls. And now, as we prepare to return the Torah to the Holy Ark, it's a privilege to invite Karen Toronto, Karen with an E, and Karen Toronto with an I. Please come forward. And as we raise the Torah now, we rise. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai ki nizgav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of the Lord, for God's name alone is exalted.
Eitz chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tom ereha meushar derachia dor chelom v'chol netivoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nal shuva Kadesh yameinu kekedem.
In our prayer book, we turn to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we join in Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please remain standing. We turn now to page 294. And as we do, we call to heart and to mind all of our loved ones who have departed this earth and gone on to the peace of life eternal. And especially on this Shabbat, we think of those members of Sophie and Bree's family who are here with us today in spirit. Lovingly, we remember Rosalind Froman Battlestein, Virginia Battlestein Siegel, Benjamin David Battlestein, Alex Siegel, Stanley Irvin Bostick, Sharon Bostick, Arthur Froman, Bess Froman, Pauline Suter, John Suter, Stanley Bostick, Norma Lee Bostick, Harold Froman, Bobby Froman, Alan Stanford Hendon, Beatrice Malo, Louis Malo, Rhoda Toronto, Joseph Toronto, Sadie Gerstein, Sam Gerstein, Ann Hendon, Harry Hendon. In each of their honor and their memory, we join together now in words of Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabba, v'alman divrach yurte v'almich malchute, v'chayachon v'yomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'izman kari v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam almei almaya, Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom v'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to those who mourn, and bring comfort to all of the bereaved among us, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. At this time, our formal prayers have ended, but our blessings continue. And so I'd like to invite Sophie to join me here on the lower bima once again, and this time to bring your parents so that they can share some personal words with you.
Sophie, you make your father and I so proud with everything that you do in your life, and that is especially true today. You read your Torah portion, and you explained it so beautifully, and I'm so proud of you. Really, you did. We know the time and the commitment that it took for you to prepare for today. We saw as you and Debbie worked so hard on all of the Hebrew and all the time that you spent at 7 Acres doing your Mitzvah project to prepare for today. And you balanced that with your schoolwork and your outside commitments with grace and with a tremendous amount of enthusiasm. And that enthusiasm that you have made this entire experience for your family a real joy. So I want to thank you for that. So I'd like to also give you a blessing today, which is a prayer to God. So I pray that God preserve in you the essence of who you are today, because who you are is a blessing to me. It is a blessing. It's a blessing to your father, and it's beautiful. I blame you. You mentioned Virginia. You bring joy infused with compassion and empathy and optimism to everything that you do. If I was carrying a tray of plates that you asked me to carry for your specific party, and I dropped them everywhere and fell, you wouldn't say, nice job. You wouldn't call me a klutz, and you wouldn't say, oh, you ruin everything all the time. Because you don't insult, and you don't berate, and you don't humiliate. You lift everyone up in your life in a beautiful way. And it sounds really small, but life is made up of small moments. And how you react in those moments defines you, and it defines how people feel when they're around you. So my blessing for you is that God preserve in you the sense of self-worth that you have today, and that you continue to always aspire to be the best person that you can be and to help others do the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's hard to follow that. Sophie, your mother and I are incredibly proud of you today. We know the amount of work it took to get to this point, all the endless 2 years of studying Hebrew and working with Debbie every week, and you did a great job. And your work ethic is admirable. I have to find some humorous things so I won't be overly emotional, but I still remember the day that you were born. In the delivery room, your mother had endured hours and hours of labor. As we all know, the mothers do all the hard work. And I think the doctor wanted to throw me a bone and let me be involved in some way. So the doctor had ahead of time agreed to let me do a ceremonial cutting of the umbilical cord. So once Sophie was delivered, the nurses clamped the umbilical cord, and then from across the room, the doctor said, okay, Dad, we're ready for you to cut the cord. And there was a pause and a moment of silence, and the nurse, it's funny. Oh, okay, I wasn't supposed to get emotional. So the nurse turned to me and said, hey, Dad, that's you. So I'm incredibly lucky to have you, Soph. Being a father is something that you're not always ready for in terms of the challenges and the responsibility, but also the amazing opportunities that it brings are amazing. I regularly learn from you. I admire your determination, never to give up. And no matter what obstacles are placed in your way, you always find a way to rise above them and to succeed. I just want to end with one other note of to let you know that your mom and I are always your fiercest advocates. And I'd like to remind you of a story that you've heard several times. But when you were 3 years old at the Faith School, we went for the first meeting with your teacher, Mrs. Womack. And it was a meeting to determine how you were progressing, how things were going, and, you know, as a 3-year-old, looking at all the important things that were, you had all the things you had to live up to. So the meeting started out, we were very proud, all the things that you're doing well. The teacher gave you, talked about how high marks you had received, or they called them EEs, and I think some of the other Faye parents knows what an EE is. That means exceeding expectations. For things like, you got EEs for things like plays well with others, listens when the teacher is talking, follows instructions. One of the most important one was probably scissor skills, so she could cut around a circle. So things like this, we were really excited that you're doing well. However, there was one area that she was particularly troubled by, and we were a little concerned and heard that you had only achieved an AE, which means approaching expectations. That means you're not quite up to the level of your peers, and so we were really concerned to find out what this was. We thought, oh no, are we going to need to bring in outside maybe consultation with others to figure out how to rectify this? So we were waiting with bated breath to find out what this was, and the teacher told us that skipping was one of the areas that we really were worried about. The running was fine, the balancing, other playground schools, sorry, other playground skills, but skipping needed some work. So of course, as a proud father, I couldn't believe this. I said, there must be some mistake. I reminded the teacher, I let her know that only 2 nights before, Sophie and I had skipping races down the hall. Not only did we skip forward, but we skipped backwards. So I was hoping that she could reconsider the marks that she gave Sophie. So in closing, I apologize, it's taking too long. But in closing, we are very proud of you, not only for your efforts and accomplishments, but probably the most important for who you are.
I'd like to invite you, Bree, to join me here with your parents so that they can share some personal words with you.
Mazel tov to Brianna and Sophie and to the Bostic family, our partners in this. It's been wonderful. Our daughters have been best friends since they basically started school, and our families have been close as well. And it's a real privilege and pleasure to share this day with you. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today as we celebrate our daughter's B'nai Mitzvah. We appreciate all of you coming here. It's very special to us. welcome to our local bar and bat mitzvah experts, those classmates who've probably been to dozens and dozens of these events over the past school year, and many of whom have been called to the Torah themselves for the first time this year for their own bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs. We're thrilled to have so many friends and family who've traveled from all the corners of the country to be with us here today. We appreciate you as well. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to thank Lauren, of course, for helping me to raise such a wonderful daughter. Bree, this part's for you. Many years ago, I used to address you and your brother Alex, and I would say, hey, little people, let's go. And then, a few years back, I started to say, hey, hey, medium-sized people, let's go. Well, you know, you continue to grow and flourish, and today, in the eyes of the Jewish community, you're entitled to the rights and responsibilities of an adult. You're a big person. You're there. And so while you'll always be my little girl, in some respects, cherished and valued above all else, save your brother and your mother, I also recognize and rejoice in the adult that you are becoming. You're splendid. You're smart, you're funny, you're kind-hearted, you have a very strong sense of fairness. You go out of your way to help others, especially when you believe they might not even ask for your help or might not realize they need it. And as you know, and as you've experienced, doing the right thing can often be the more difficult choice. And often there's no external reward, but only the internal knowledge that you've taken the path that is true to your values and your standards, which are very high. I have seen you do this. I know you'll continue to make good decisions. Bree, we're so proud of you. We love you so much. I remembered when we were at our final practice session the other night, some of the details from my own bar mitzvah, including reading from the Torah, and how right before starting the Haftorah reading, I forgot the melody, and the rabbi had to rescue me and remind me how the melody started. I remember how my parents and grandparents stood beside me on that day. But there was a detail the other day that I noticed that I just hadn't remembered. There were so many other things that were going on. How the words on the Torah scroll, how the writing itself glistened and glowed in the light. And when we had the opportunity to meet with the scribe for the Torah, for our congregation, how we were able to inscribe one word in that scroll, and we learned that the ink that's used is special for that. And I had never noticed it before the other night, but that was something that I thought was very special. And then I realized that you also glisten and you glow with your own inner light that is so special, that makes you so wonderful. And I was spellbound by you today, Brianna, as I often am. I was moved by how well you did today. My heart is just overflowing with joy and pride. I love you. I support you. Thank you, sweetie. Shabbat shalom.
Bree, first and foremost, I want to tell you that you did wonderfully. I'm so excited for you and so proud of you. Mazel tov, love. Thank you, Debbie Uzik, for all the hours you spent preparing Bree for today. You're a great teacher and a terrific organizer. We appreciate your help and friendship. Rabbi Lyon, Rabbi Scott, Rabbi Foster, and counter trumpeter, thank you for your guidance throughout the bat mitzvah process. We appreciate your leadership. Thank you also, Marcia Gilbert, for all of your efforts to get things ready for us last night and today. Thank you to the Bostics for sharing this simcha and the process leading up to it. It's been fun. And mazel tov to you, Sophie. You did a wonderful job as well. And it's really incredible, and it makes me so happy to look out and see most of the people that are important to and cherished by our family. Thank you to our family and friends who have traveled here to be with us today for this simcha. to share it with us. And thank you, Houston Friends, for being here. It's really special to get to celebrate today with all of you. Bree, as I stand here on the bima, it's hard to believe this day is already here. In my heart and mind, it was not so long ago that God gave you to Daddy and me. I am and have always been grateful to God for choosing us to be your parents. I promised you, as I held you in my arms that first day, that I would always do my best for you and try never to disappoint you nor God for giving us the privilege of having you as our daughter. Each and every day, Brianna, I have tried to fulfill that promise, and I will continue to try to fulfill it each and every day for the rest of my life. Bree, you are smart, fun, beautiful, thoughtful, insightful, athletic, headstrong and poised, spirited, creative, and so full of surprises. You are determined and have the ability to figure out how to achieve your goals despite obstacles. At 15 months, you used the corner of your crib for leverage so you could throw your other leg over the side and escape from your crib. At 2, you relocated furniture to help you reach a lock to open the front door so you could go outside. At 3, you decided that you were going to get married so you could have as much chocolate as you wanted, and there would be nothing I could do about it. Fortunately, the wedding did not happen, but I did and do admire your clever resourcefulness, your nimble imagination, and ability to devise a strategy for success. For almost a year, you've been working on a strategy for success in becoming a bat mitzvah. You studied Torah and the many prayers that make up our service. You learned about your religious responsibilities, and you observed the religious duty of performing mitzvot by doing your mitzvah projects. This was all part of your formal preparation, and it is what seems to be the procedure and formula for becoming a bat or bar mitzvah. You, Bree, did not limit your preparation for today to the customary means. Although it was ambiguous at the time, it struck you as wrong that the cafeteria staff had to clean up the mess the students made. And so you helped them clean up 1 day, 2 days, and every day for the past almost 2 years at Emory. I learned about this from your teachers. Bree, this is an act of love and kindness. By the way, I would so love for you to show similar acts of love and kindness and cleanliness at home. Just saying. In addition, you asked to have students shadow you during the interview process at Emory so you could show them your school and help make their experience visiting positive. This is welcoming the stranger. Moreover, when you learned that a friend's family situation had changed, you said that the particulars were not important. All you wanted to ask him was if he was okay, because that is all that matters. This is a perceptive heart. Bree, acts of love and kindness, welcoming the stranger, and a perceptive heart are midot, Jewish values or virtues. It is said that the Torah is acquired through 48 virtues. You, my little love, are well on your way. Today, on your bat mitzvah, you have beautifully chanted the Torah text you learned by study. But through this process and the many years of growth, learning, and love that preceded it, you've also begun to acquire Torah, to live your life in accordance with its teachings. I think really, this is what this special rite of passage is all about. It is what passing the Torah from generation to generation, Vador Vador is all about. Bree, may you, throughout your entire life, continue to acquire Torah and live in accordance with its teachings. Bree, the first mitzvah, or commandment in the Torah, is let there be light. And Bree, from the moment you were born, you have been a light in our life. Now that you are a bat mitzvah, Brianna, you are ready to be mindful of being a bringer of light in everything you do, to live with honor, act with integrity, and do your work with passion and grace. You must always stretch upward, Bree, strive for good, and reach for God by living your life by his teachings and making the world a better place for all. Brianna, I have loved you always, and I will always love you. I am extremely proud of your accomplishments and of who you are. Congratulations and mazel tov, my love.
Stay here. Alex, come and join us. Bostics, come and join us. We also invite Ella to come forward, as well as any cousins who are here, to join us in our blessings over our wine and challah. Please rise.
Bree. We invite our Benot Mitzvah to lead us in the blessings over the Sabbath wine and challah, and Kiddush luncheon awaits us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Have a little wine and pass it to your grandparents and parents. You can hold the challah together. So we invite you to lead us in the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Thank you for tuning in to our Shabbat service here at Congregation Beth Israel in Houston, Texas. We're really honored that you prayed with us this evening. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or any of the other members of our clergy team. We would love to hear from you. Shabbat Shalom.